After the lunch, the merchant, still accompanied by Rebecca and Katerina, allowed the waiters to clean up his room. Therefore, the chief trio went downstairs and specifically to the main hall, where they could keep the conversation going without impediments. The prince is a very peculiar character. He was born to a noble family, that's true, but he and his father dilapidated basically everything they had. And now he's only left with his bare essentials to carry on, despite that he loves to show off.
It is clear that he'd like to give out more than he does, but he can't afford it. He gives little and he wants everyone to know about it.
He could be a perfect protagonist for one of your comedies.
When we can go back to the theater, we'll take your suggestion to heart. We are all playing the perfect roles for ourselves.
But if you want your fun to continue, you will have to keep playing the part of the noblewoman.
That's not a problem for me. However, Rebecca will surely blow our cover. I can't help laughing. What should I do about it?
Actually, you did the right thing in telling me your true identity. This way you allow me to do something to help you out.
Sir Merchant will be our protector? I hope we'll both enjoy your attentions.
I'll be honest, I shall help you once I'll be able to, but I came here for a reason that won't allow me to see you most of the time.
Are you after girls, Sir Merchant?
Yes, it's confidential, but I tell you, it's about our dear mistress. No doubt the merchant's reply surprised the two actresses. They were aware of Elisa's ability to attract men, but even nobles and rich merchants couldn't resist the innkeeper's charm.
Are you interested in Elisa? She's a great woman, but I'm wondering about you, Sir Merchant. You lost your mind for an innkeeper. It would be way more appropriate if you devoted your attention to women who have higher consideration for you.
I don't like making love to mere acquaintances. Today you're here, tomorrow you might not.
Isn't better that way, sir? This way, friendships do not become a burden and men are not obligated to bond.
But I seek such a bond. I care very much for Elisa, and I do not want to hurt her.
What could be so attractive about her?
Oh, she possesses many qualities. First and foremost, she has a good soul.
Oh, would you compare her soul to ours?
That attitude and the incessant comparisons they were drawing with Elisa made the merchant lose his temper quickly, causing him to reply in a very direct and irritated fashion. After all, those were not real noblemen, so he was in no trouble. Do not be suppressing, ladies, you know, full on, Alright, let's go this. Boop. Do not be so pressing, me ladies. You know full well that I only have eyes for one woman.
Oh, Sir Merchant, in my opinion, Elisa is a true goddess.
I wouldn't maybe go that far.
Yes, it's true.
Are you agreeing with me now?
If you like it better.
Did you see who just went through the dale? Catherine and Rebecca were very eager, so they reached him by the door to pick from behind. In the dale, the knight had just darted across, not stopping for anyone, as he made for the kitchen.
You mean that knight?
Yeah, that's another one with quite that dude.
If I'm not mistaken, he can't stand women, right? Oh, what a fool! Maybe he had a bad experience in the past or something.
He's never been in love, he's never wanted to have anything to do with women, he hates them all. That reply made Katrina smile. She, like Elisa before her, took it personal.
Poor guy. If I'm trying my best, I'm sure I'd changed his mind. Now that would be a feat. I'd really enjoy taking that up myself.
Listen, friends, let's play a game, shall we? Let's have some fun.
What do you have in mind?
If you manage to get the knight to fall for you, I will give to you 200 gold coins each.
I don't need to be compensated for that. I'll do it just for my own amusement. If Sir Merchant doesn't take offense to this, I believe we'll have some fun with the night.
I doubt that you'll manage to achieve anything.
Sir Merchant, you have way too little faith in us. We might not be as charming as Elisa, but we do have some tricks up our sleeves.
I mean, if they were to team up, I think they would easily win over Elisa. Want me to call him?
Yes, get him here.
Obviously, the merchant wouldn't lose out on this opportunity. It would be so much fun to watch. Hey, is one there? We need some help here. He called loudly from the room into the ale. Immediately thereafter appeared a waiter from the stairs, who promptly ran up to them.
What do you need, your grace?
Ask the knight if he can come here for a moment. I need to tell him something important.
What? He just needs that? That's some really helpful, sir. And this room, the knight is not in his room.
I saw him run toward the kitchen.
Alright, I'll go right now.
As he watched the waiter head for the kitchen looking for the knight, the merchant pondered over the reasons why that kind of man needed to go there. Of all places, it was quite unusual. Why does he need to go to the kitchen? I bet he's going to give Elisa a hard time because he didn't like some of the food.
Sir Merchant, I begged Sir Prince to send his shoemaker, but I fear I shall never see him.
Don't worry, I'll hand that.
He promised me a scarf, but now I'm sure he'll never give it to me.
You can find plenty of scarves around town.
But the thing is, I really needed it.
Here, if you like this one, it's yours. Without even thinking about it, the young man pulled out of his jacket a fine silk scarf and gifted it to Rebecca.
That's very generous of you.
Oh, here comes the knight. You better swim your eyes so that he will be convinced to listen to you. And step back a little. If he sees you, he'll flee in a heartbeat.
What's his name?
Actually, I don't know it. I just know he's a Tuscan.
Is he married?
Seriously? Seriously? Really? God. That's a ridiculous question. What? He hates women.
Is he rich?
She questioned while getting a bit further back, as suggested by the merchant. Yeah, very. Probably.
Is he generous?
Rebecca also moved back. Quiet.
Just a few minutes will be enough.
Shortly after, with an annoyed frown on his face, appeared the knight, reaching the others in the room with heavy steps.
Have you sent for me, merchant?
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
These two noblewomen are in need of your help. Quickly stepping inside, the merchant introduced the two men, motioning them to come forward. Promptly, the two stepped into the middle of the room, strutting about and displaying their elegance. Clearly, that did not impress the knight at all. He looked all but interested.
You'll have to forgive me, miladies, but I really cannot stay.
Sir Knight, we don't intend to bother you. We would just like to have a nice chat with you.
The closer the two girls came, the more the knight felt embarrassed.
Miladies, I beg you forgive me. I have urgent business to attend to.
Just a few words and we'll let you go. Just a few words and nothing more, sir.
Damn the merchant to hell.
Give rent to noblemen are begging you. Common sense dictates that you grant them attention.
Sorry. How can I be of service?
Are you from Tuscany, sir?
Yes, milady.
Do you have some friends in Florence, too?
I have friends and relatives as well.
You must know, sir. You go on, Katrina. Sir Knight.
Come on, I beg you. I have urgent business waiting.
Oh, I understand my presence might be a little awkward here. Speak freely with the knight. I'll get out of here.
No, friend. Stay!
I do not want to hinder these girls. added the merchant, smiling as he walked toward the exit and disappeared from the sight.
Please, let's all sit.
Oh, just make it quick! Quick!
God damn it. Oh, Alright, the one in black hair. Well, she would definitely seduce me in no time.
Are you always this rough to woman?
Could you tell me what you want?
We need your help, your protection, your kindness.
What happened to you?
Our husbands abandoned us.
Abandoned? What? You abandoned noblewoman? Who are your husbands?
Those words were enough to send the knight into a rage.
He's so angry. He's confusing me.
Miladies, I'm very sorry for you.
The knight turned his back to the young woman and started walking toward the door, hoping to get out of the room as soon as possible, but he was kept back in once again.
Hey, is that the way you are going to treat us?
Forgive me, I'm someone that values peace a lot. Two women have been abandoned by your husband and don't like where this is going at all. There will be trouble in the future.
I'm not the right person to offer help. I live for myself, ladies. You will not even get advice from me, much less actual help.
They would get some help from me, if they asked.
Oh, please. At this point it's useless to keep lying to our most beloved knight. Yes, let's speak sincerely.
What are you going on about?
He asked, extremely surprised, shooting an angry glance in the direction of Katrina and her bag.
We are no noblewoman.
You aren't?
Sir Merchant wanted us to play a prank on you.
The prank is over. Goodbye.
Now incredibly angry, the knight did not want to listen further and again resumed walking toward the door. Katrina, however, put herself in front of him, stopping his advance.
Hold on a moment.
Again? What else do you want?
Grace us with one of your lovely company.
I've got things to do. I cannot stay.
We aren't going to eat you.
And he should answer.
Well then, I have no reason to stay here then.
We'll not tarnish your reputation. We know you do not like women.
If you know you save me trouble telling you myself. Again, goodbye.
The knight was almost out of patience with the final attempt, and again returned to find the most effective approach that could allow him to get rid of the two women.
But listen, we are not women you should fear.
Who are you?
You tell him, Rebecca. You can tell him yourself.
Come on, who are you?
We are actresses.
Two actresses. Speak. I have no fear of you anymore. I am well prepared against your art.
What do you mean? Explain yourself.
I know that you fake. On and off stage. Once I'm aware of this, I have no reason to feel awkward around.
Sir, off stage I am unable to fake anything.
What's your name, Miss Sincere?
My name is...
Are you Miss Good Intentions?
Dear Sir Knight.
Ignoring the evident jokes the knight was making about them, Katrina seized the opportunity to get closer and took his arm.
Keep your hands to yourself.
The man said with a firm voice, rejecting the girl's approach.
You look more like a madman than a knight.
Does madman mean land? Oh, I understand you, and I will tell you, you are two scoundrels.
Ouch.
Me? A scoundrel? How dare you speak this way to a classy lady like me?
Oh, what a nice, articulated sentence.
Us.
Oh, what a nice fake attitude.
What an idiot!
In fact, the merchant was right. Rebecca and Catherine did not manage to conquer the night as easily as they had hoped. Seeing no other alternatives, the two performers were disappointed and irritated. They left the rooms as quickly as they could, without even bothering to say goodbye. In the end, the only one who could have some fun was, indeed, the knight. I finally found a way to get rid of them. What did they think? That they could trick me? Poor fools, let them go back to their cry with the merchant. Had they been no woman, I would have let first out of respect, but since I had this chance, why shouldn't I have some fun with them? However, I was not able to do the same with Elisa. She enthralled me with her grace. I almost feel compelled to not despise her, but she's a woman. I have intention of trusting her. I want to leave. I will depart tomorrow, but what if I wait until tomorrow? If I sleep here tonight, who's to say that Elisa won't be back? Yes. I will solve the issue like a man.
Sir!
What do you want?
Sir Prince is waiting for you in your room. He says he wants to confer with you.
What else does he want? Money he will have no more from me. He can wait, and when he starts waiting, he will find the waiter of the inn and tell him I wish to have the bill.
As you wish.
After a small bow, the servant grabbed the tray before leaving. As usual, he was interrupted a few moments.
Listen to me, I want to get ready within 2 hours.
You wish to leave?
If he sees your bags, tell him you're tying up the room. Yeah. If he sees your packs. If he sees you pack bags, tell him you're tying up the room.
But he usually sees me pack the bags.
Make up an excuse then.
Too bad. We have to go already.
Having finally left the room, the servant then performed the task commanded by the knight.
Nevertheless, having to leave this place so soon saddens me, to the point of suffocating me. I never fought something like this before. It would be trouble if I stayed. I would leave as soon as possible.
As predicted, it did not take long before Fabrizio appeared in front of the knight.
I heard you on the bill, sir.
Yeah, have you brought it?
The mister is preparing as we speak.
Does she usually calculate the bills?
Oh yeah, always. Even when she lives with her mother, she has nice handwriting, and she can count better than else in the inn.
What a peculiar woman.
But do you really want to leave so soon?
Yeah, I have urgent business to deal with, and I cannot arrange things otherwise.
When it's time to pay, remember the waiter.
Asserted Fabrizio with a big smile as he extended a hand toward the knight to reinforce what he was hinting at.
Bring me the bill, I know what I have to do.
You want me to bring you the bill here? Don't you prefer having it in the rooms?
Yes, bring it here. I'm not going to my room for the time being.
Good idea. There's that nuisance of a prince in the room. That guy's flirting with the mistress, but he can dream as long as he wants. Elisa must be my wife.
Fabrizio's arrogance got the knight immensely angry.
The bill!
Right away.
Fabrizio disappeared in an instant, staying close to a man like the knight, especially when angry, was certainly not the brightest of ideas. Everyone is in love with Elisa. It's absurd. I was so close to ending up like them, but I will leave. I'll overcome this obstacle. Without even completing the sentence, the knight almost became petrified as he saw Elisa coming closer with a piece of paper in her hand. The girl looked quite sad, and she looked down as she walked.
That's Elisa. What does she want from me? She has something in her hand. Must calm down. It's probably just a bill. What to do? I have to endure this last moment. Yes, I will leave soon.
Sir.
The girl came closer. "What's up?"
Forgive me,
whispered the innkeeper, keeping at distance from the van, with her head still down, her arms folded. "Come closer."
Yes, for the bill. Here you are.
Elisa looked like getting sadder by the minute. "Give it to me."
Here.
As the knight came closer to take the paper from the girl's hand, Elisa could not contain herself anymore and burst into tears, grabbing her of her gown to wipe her tears away.
What's the problem? Are you crying?
No, sir. I got some smoke in my eyes.
Smoke? No. So, how much is the bill? Here it is. 5 silver coins in 4 days. Such a generous treatment, and you only ask for 5 coins?
That's your bill.
And the 2 special dishes you prepared for me last week, are they not on the bill?
Never would ask for a payment for what I gift.
You gifted them to me!
Forgive me for taking this liberty. Please understand me.
Now suddenly embarrassed, Elisa tried to counter her face by covering it with both hands, as she cried even more.
Hey, what's your problem?
I fear it might really have been the smoke.
I wouldn't want you to have your sight ruined when you cooked these precious dishes for me.
Oh, if that's what reason, it would be so sad, so bad.
Elisa replied, while moving her hands away from her face with a forced smile.
Oh, really? I absolutely have to get out of here. Please, have this. These are 2 extra coins. Enjoy them for me. Forgive me.
The moment the knight walked past the Innkeeper to leave the inn for good, Elisa's legs gave away as she inevitably fell on the floor, passed out.
Elisa! Oh God! Elisa! She fainted. Might she be in love with me? There, Elisa. Dear to a woman, but she fainted for me. That means that she loved me. Oh, how beautiful you are. If only I had something to revive her. Alas, I don't. It's no wonder I must be quick. I'll go myself. Poor girl. I'll be back in a moment.
The knight ran out of the room to look for help. As the door closed, Elisa slowly got up and checked that nobody was around to see her.
He's completely given in now. Many are our weapons which we can use to win a man, but when they are so stubborn, the most effective move is fainting. He's coming, he's coming.
Hearing again the footsteps of the knight rushing back, Elisa threw her back on the ground. He came back in immediately carrying a water-filled vase.
Here I am, she hasn't woken yet. No doubt she's in love with me, but so soon. Well, why not? Am I not in love with her after all?
After dumping the silk cloak with the water, the man gently applied it on the innkeeper's forehead, hoping that she would magically awaken.
Come on, I am here, my dear. I will not depart for now.
For now? Right at the perfect moment, after finishing to grab the baggage secretly, the servant reached the others in the room. First he walked to the knight, giving him his hat.
Here is your hat, sir.
Go, be gone.
Fully focused as he was on the care of Elisa, the knight had completely forgotten the servant. During all the time was busy arranging for the departure.
But the luggage?
Go away! He shouted at this point with renewed rage.
But that's Elisa!
Go before I break your head!
The knight shouted again, waving round the vase as if he was about to throw it. Frightened, the servant fled the room, closing the door behind him.
She's not coming to her senses yet. Her forehead sweating. Please, dear Elisa, be strong. Open your eyes. Speak to me.
As it went enough, the prince and the merchant came to the scene, drawn in by the commotion. For the moment, they did not intervene, but just watched.
Knight, what are you doing here?
Oh my God, Elisa! I can't believe this.
Spotting the arrival of the 2 men, the knight felt an even greater sense of restlessness and turmoil, likely the consequence of seeing the prince and the merchant looking anxiously at Elisa.
Elisa!
Oh dear.
Finally, the innkeeper stood up.
Dear Elisa, are you okay?
Yeah, more or less. My head is spinning.
Lean on me.
It's not
needed, but thank you. I must just be a bit tired.
The girl replied while bringing a hand to her face, as if she was dizzy.
My felicitations, Sir Knight.
For what?
And to think this man hurt a woman!
Exclaimed the prince, bursting into contagious laughter, which also got the merchant to start laughing.
How do you dare?
You fell for it, huh?
Go to hell!
Now uncontrollably furious for feeling ridiculed, the knight reacted by hurling the vase to the ground, shattering it just in front of the prince. No reply came from him before he left the room in anger.
The knight has gone crazy.
I can't believe it! He stabbed my jacket! He said looking at Lisa as if trying to get her approval of his groundless rage. She didn't pay much attention to that and just shrugged. I won't let him get away with that!
After my blood and fighting dress, leave me here. I'm surrounded by such a gentleman.
After making sure she was alone, Elisa collected herself and fixed up her clothing. Led down by the two of the 3 men, she retreated to her chamber.
Who'd have expected such an amazing success?
She thought out loud as she undressed to go to bed. After she took off her gown and put on her comfortable nightdress, she threw herself in the bed as happy as ever, knowing that by now her mission was accomplished.
I did it! Tonight is madly love. His heart burns for me, yet only ashes will be left of it. I only have to make him openly admit it.
With that, Elisa extinguished the last lit candle by the bed with a gentle blow and fell asleep peacefully. Oh, what's that? New chapter unlocked. Okay. The following morning, Elisa woke up before her usual time. Despite the amount of work left behind because she had dedicated most of the last day to her adventure with the night, she woke up really fulfilled. After dressing up and fixing up her hair, she ran out the door and went downstairs lightning fast. Despite her apparent rush, she still took a detour through the kitchen to grab a slice of bread before going to the laundry room.
Alas, the time for fun is over. I should iron the laundry before it is completely dry. Hey, Fabrizio!
She exclaimed, stopping to catch her breath. The waiter heard the innkeeper's voice and ran into the room as well, replying in a sleepy way. Madame?
Do me a favor, bring me a heated iron.
Unlike Elisa, the waiter did not look very happy to be in working so soon. As you wish.
Sorry if I grabbed you.
It doesn't matter, Westeros. As long as I can live with the wage I receive at the scene, I'm bound to serve you. Turning his back to the girl, he started walking toward the ale.
Wait a second, listen to me. You're not obligated to deal with these tasks, but I know that you do it happily, well, never mind, I won't say another word.
And you what? Suddenly Fabrizio's interest in that conversation shot way up, so much so that his tiredness seemed to vanish.
I won't say anything.
I'd do anything for you. He replied and grumbled loudly. But I get the impression that all I do for you does matter at all.
That's not true at all, Fabrizio. Really, that's not true at all.
You do not take common men seriously. You lack nobility too much. Even if the girl was quite caught up in her work, hearing such a statement made her to stop for a moment, to look Fabrizio straight in the eyes.
Huh, poor fool, if only I could tell you everything.
She replied to him with a very sarcastic tone before urging him to resume his work.
Go, get the iron!
But I saw with my own eyes. Why would you deny it?
Shh, less talking, bring the iron!
Yeah. The waiter gave up on that conversation finally, and sadly complied with the request of the innkeeper, who did not look in the mood for chats anymore.
With this man, the more attentions you give them, the worse it gets.
Concluded the girl, continued to fold the sheets spread around the table, but her words once again caught Fabrizio's interest. What'd you say?
Are you going to get the iron or not?
Yes, I'm going. He finally leaves the room. I don't understand anything. She presses me, then calls me. How confusing.
Poor fool. He's compelled to serve me. Even if he wouldn't like to, it's fun when I think about the fact that men always do what I tell them. And what about the sweetheart of the night, who was such an enemy of woman? Now if I wanted to, I could do anything to him.
Good day, Madam Elisa.
What's up?
She brusquely asked as she raised her gaze to recognize at the glance the night servant. He seemed to be very eager to meet her as he entered the room.
My master sent here. He would like to know how are you doing.
Speak of the devil, weird that he's not here himself. Tell him I'm feeling great.
He ordered me to give you this gift.
Oh boy. The servant placed the golden vial on the table. It looked small but sturdy.
He suggests drinking a sip of this balm. It will be good for you.
Is this vial golden?
Yes, Mistress Golden, I can vouch for that.
Why did he not give me the balm when I fainted?
Because my master did not possess this vial before.
So how does he obtain it yet, then?
Listen just between us.
He started looking around to make sure that nobody else was listening.
The knight just sent me to look for a goldsmith. He bought it and paid it a whole 12 coins. Then he sent me to the herbalist to buy the bowl.
When she heard that story, Elisa could not contain herself from laughter. She laughed so loud that the servant got a bit worried.
What's so fun about it?
I I laugh because he sends me medicine after I got better.
It will be useful for another time.
Oh, well, I will drink a little just to be sure.
Picking up the vial from the table, Elisa brought it closer to her mouth and tasted its contents. She flinched mentally from the disgust. Some medicinal herbs, despite looking useful in certain situations, are certainly not appreciated for the taste.
Here.
She replied, almost voiceless, bringing a hand to her mouth.
Thank him.
Then she put the vial back on the table to return it. Oh, the vial is yours.
It's mine?
Yeah, the master bought it with this purpose.
For me?
The innkeeper looked very confused.
Certainly for you.
Bring him his vial and tell him I thank him.
Oh, please, accept this gift.
I told you bring it back, I don't want it.
Do you wish to offend him like that?
Less blathering, do your duty, here.
She replied irritated as she gave the vial to the servant again.
As you wish. I shall bring it back.
Okay, what's this? Do you wish to start a side quest? Cannot stand this anymore. Yes, let's check it out. After closing the door of the laundry room, the servant was sad. He went back to his master, explaining how the golden vial had been rejected by the innkeeper. However, he was stopped away by Fabrizio the waiter, who was carrying yet another hot iron for the clean laundry. What were you doing in the laundry room?
My master commanded me to deliver a vial of balm to the mistress.
What is the balm for?
Oh, how can you not know? For the terrible fainting of yesterday, the master looked really worried.
He sends gifts to Elisa? I can't believe this.
Oh yeah, don't tell me. Actually, I was quite shocked that she...
Elisa will hear from me now. This story is starting me more and more every day. Loudly spouted Fabrizio, abruptly interrupting their servant. If the young waiter had been more patient, he would have soon learned that the golden vial had indeed been rejected by the girl. Therefore, there was no reason to get angry.
But what is so pissed? Why do Carib the innkeeper receive gifts from their guests?
Elisa tried to restrain herself and say no to all men who come here to court her, and I'm fed up with this.
He speaks as if that woman was his property. I understand it. She promised to marry you one day.
She never makes any promises, but her father took a liking to me.
Then he proposed you as the husband for the innkeeper?
Yeah, he made her promise to marry me on his deathbed.
I did not know. I'm sorry to hear.
It happened on Google. We are still kids.
So anyway, her father suggests you as husband. You're a good person, a good match, right?
Yeah, thank you.
However, after many years, people can change a lot.
She held her father in high regard. Moreover, I served her like nobody else in all these years, and it helped her out with all of her problems. She says she can recognize worth men when she sees one, but for now she did not show any sign of it.
How long will he go on rambling? Master will get very angry if I delay even more. I understand your predicament, and I stay here to talk about it, but I really have to go. My master will want to know where I was all this time.
Alright, I have to bring this iron over to the laundry before it cools down.
Alright, till next time then.
The servant silently walked to the stairs before Fabrizio could reply to him. Nobody can understand what I say because only Lisa and I know all the truth. My father gave all of his money and worked very hard to help Lisa's family build this inn. Elisa knows this well. She knows of the sacrifices my family made so that we could have these jobs. In all these years, I never want to bring up this detail. I am a man and it is right that I do the hard task, but she should start recognizing my merits. So what? Because, no, that's ridiculous. Fabrizio, you were a trash. Listen, just because someone contributed to that, doesn't mean she will freaking marry you. That's ridiculous. That man gets her gifts and invites her to lunch. He is quickly becoming more important than all the other guests. What annoys me, more than anything else, is that she does absolutely nothing to put an end to this situation. Oh, but tell her now, I will sure will.
Ah, what a moment rejecting such a gift. Never seen one like this before.
The servant turned out quite shocked, slipping out through the door and closed it behind herself, trying to appear polite as usual.
The night is great for me, but what I did was not for my own enjoyment. Now I want him to confess having been wrong in judging us women.
Here is the iron. With perfect timing, the waiter came back holding the hot iron.
Is it hot enough?
Whispered the girl with renewed enthusiasm, showing a provoking smile. Yes, it's hot. The waiter showed indifference though.
What's up now?
The knight sends his servant to check on you. He even sent gifts. I saw him go out a few moments ago.
Ah, it's true. He sent me golden vial, and I sent it back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, ask his servant if you don't believe me.
Why did you do it?
Because, Fabrizio.
There was a moment of silence in which Elisa should have out of plausible explanation, but nothing of the sort happened, as in the end the innkeeper evaded the question again.
I don't really want to talk about it. Let's change subject.
Elisa, forgive me if I doubted you.
Go, let me continue arguing.
I don't stop you from working.
Go set up another iron and bring it when it's ready.
Yes, I'll go. If only I could speak.
Don't say the word, you just make me angrier.
Alright, I'll stop talking. She's a weird girl, but I care for her. He whispered to himself, going back to the room he came from.
Oh, that's perfect. Now Fabrizio started behaving like everyone else.
Here she is. I did not want to come here, but the devil dragged me here. Elsa.
Here it is, here it is.
Seeing the knight with one eye, as she came close, Elisa kept turning without pause as if she had not spotted him.
Oh, Sir Knight, good day.
How are you?
I'm good at your service, sir.
I'm forced to lodge a complaint.
Why? Are you not satisfied with my services?
She replied as she went on ironing without even looking at him, but showing a smile and using a provocative tone of voice. No, it's not about that. It was rejected the vial I sent you.
What do you think I'd do with it?
I thought you would keep it in case you felt sick in the future.
I'm not usually subject to such blackouts, thank God. It happened yesterday, but I'm sure it won't happen again.
Elsa, I wouldn't want to have been the cause of the blackout myself.
And yet I feared it might just have been you.
Ironing. Me? Really? Hearing those words, the knight felt overwhelmed by such a pure sensation of joy that he was already hoping for a declaration of love from the girl.
You made me drink the tame burgundy and sickened me.
She replied as she kept ironing with even more energy, now looking like she was angry. Oh, that. Are you completely sure it might have just been the wine's fault?
That is definitely the reason. I'll never come to the room again.
Did I hear that right? You won't come again? I understand you might be feeling uncomfortable. I do understand, but regardless, I'm sure you will not regret it. Then I looked quiet beside himself. Such an enormous reply coming from him it's really out of the ordinary.
This iron is not very hot anymore. Hey Fabrizio, if the other iron is cold, bring it here.
Shouted Elisa across the ale. Do me a favor, keep this vial.
In truth, Sir Knight, I do not accept gifts.
You accepted them from the prince and merchant without many objections for.
Of course, to avoid offending them.
You do this lie to me. Are you trying to offend me?
Well, you don't care if woman offends you anyway, right? You hate all women.
With this last statement, the innkeeper hit a nail on the head as she poured salt into the knight's wound. Ah, Elisa. Now I understand.
Sir Knight, I'll look until you change your mind again.
My changes are not because I'm lunatic. It is because of your beauty and your grace. After bursting into laughter in the face of the knight, Elisa resumed ironing, still showing a smile. You find it funny?
You don't want me to laugh. You make fun of me, yet you don't want me to laugh.
Oh, you're a canny. I make fun of you now. Come on, take this vial, don't complain.
Thanks for the thought, but it's not appropriate.
Take it or I'll get angry.
Fabrizio, the iron!
Ignoring the knight, the girl shouted again, this time even louder than before. Will you take this damn vial or not?
Ha! All Alright, I'll take it.
She finally grabbed the vial and looked at it for a few seconds, but then she tossed it in the laundry basket. But, are you throwing it away like that?
Fabrizio!
After 3 calls, finally Fabrizio came back in the room, carrying the other iron that had just been reheated. But he immediately so denied, and it was clear how jealous he was. They exchanged a glare as the waiter turned toward his rival for a moment before giving the iron to Elisa. I'm here.
Is it hot?
Yes, very.
What's up? You look worried.
Nothing, mistress, nothing.
Are you not feeling well?
Give me the other iron. I can reheat it for you.
First of all, I want to make sure he's okay. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Oh, give him that iron so he can live.
I'm very fond of him now. He's my trusty waiter.
Now, with a very sweet gesture, Lisa carried Fabrizio's face, bringing her hand to her forehead as if checking for fever. I can't take this anymore.
Here you go, dear. Hit it by, try to relax.
Of course, mistress, replied Fabrizio, both embarrassed and moved by her innkeeper's action. He quietly grabbed the iron. Sorry about that, but he just stood in front of the innkeeper without moving. He was entrailed by her presence.
Come on, get out now.
Oh, I can't take this situation anymore. I can do it. At that point, the waiter left the room. So many attentions for a lowly waiter.
So what, you would reply with that?
It's clearly in love with him.
Me? In love with a waiter? What a compliment, sir. I don't have such a bad taste. When I decide to fall in love, I won't waste my time after such people.
You deserve the love of the king.
The king of clubs or the king of spades?
Be serious for a moment, Elisa, and leave jokes aside.
Speak, I'm listening.
Couldn't you stop hurrying for a moment to look at me?
Oh, sir, I want to sort out this laundry for tomorrow.
So you care about your laundry more than me?
Of course I do.
She replied as she kept hurrying. Are you joking, perhaps?
Not at all. I need this laundry. I can use you for those purposes.
But you can make use of my services as you please.
But your services, you can't stand woman, remember?
Do not torment me. You have had enough vengeance already. You know well that I value a lot. I value women like you, and I don't think they're shit. And I won't think there are others like you. I value, I love you, and I ask you to understand me.
Yeah, right.
Well, arguing playing a bit too fast, she carelessly dropped the clean rock. Now I instantly picked it up, offering it to the innkeeper. Believe me.
You shouldn't bother yourself to for me.
You deserve to be served.
A servant being served. Now that's funny.
You shouldn't laugh about me.
I laugh because you make fun of me.
Elisa, how could I be more clear? I cannot continue like this anymore.
Are you feeling sick?
Yeah, I can't breathe anymore. And I had such a wave on my chest and it won't go away.
Here, take your bulb.
With absolutely no regard for him, she took the bulb from the laundry basket and tossed it at him. He managed to catch it. I'm starting to get tired. She won't even look at me as she speaks. Do not treat me with such contempt. I love you, believe me, I swear. The knight tried to take Elisa's hand to attract her attention, but she mistakenly scalded the knight's fingers as she was still ironing. Oh!
I'm sorry, I didn't do it on purpose.
It's nothing. You caused a far larger burn in me.
Where, sir?
In my heart. Elisa saw that this iron too was starting to lose heat, so she appeared to die, trying to find Fabrizio. Once again, she ignores me.
Fabrizio, where are you?
She calls him, somewhat restraining herself from laughing. In the name of the God, do not call that man.
But I need the other iron.
Wait, I'll call my servant.
Hey, Fabrizio!
I swear on God, if that guy's come back here, I will smash his head. The Innkeeper's heart missed a beat as she heard the knight's voice change so suddenly. Trying to look busy, she grabbed the cloth to fold it.
Oh, that's grand. Now I can't make use of my waiters anymore.
Corner 1. I cannot stand this one. Elisa, without a response, resumed ironing while still looking up. The knight at that point was out of patience. He slammed his hands on the table and raised his voice. Look at me when I speak to you!
I believe you're going a bit too far, Sir Knight.
Almost intimidated, the Innkeeper moved away from the table, her iron still in her hand. Forgive me, I'm beside myself.
I'm going to the kitchen, so maybe you can calm down.
No, wait, stop,
Oh, that's rich,
said the girl, now wandering around the room.
I cannot iron peace nor call who I need.
This is the first time I felt what true love is like.
He follows me like a lapdog.
I confess, I'm jealous that you are with him.
Nobody ever gave me an order. I don't want to do that.
I mean, I do not want to do that, please.
So what do you want from me?
She asked finally, as she suddenly turned around. Her face showed awkwardness, but also anger. Love.
A man who previously couldn't stand woman now asks for love. It's nonsensical. It can't be. I can't believe it. Eat your heart out, despair. That will teach you to demean woman.
After showing the last smile to the night, Elisa left the room and remained alone. Oh, curse the moment I got interested in that one. I fell into a trap, and I don't know how to get out now. The following morning, the knight stayed for a good 30 minutes in the room where he had spoken with Elisa. He was busy pondering and trying to clear his mind about what had come to pass. He could not figure out what was on her mind, and at the time he was not able to demonstrate his feelings were true. Once more, his train of thought was interrupted by the prince, who looked quite furious.
Nah, do you see the stain?
What's wrong with him now? Yeah, I see it.
Last evening, with your fancy gestures, you stained my jacket, and then you left without even apologizing. You think that my patience is unlimited?
Forgive me, it was an accident. You should have apologized last evening, instead of waiting for me to come and complain to you. At least the vase didn't hit you. He replied with a hint of irony. In that time, he did not want to start an argument. Yes, but you still ruined my jacket. Once again, forgive me. This impertinence of yours is tiring me. I didn't mean to do it. For the first time, I'm asking you to forgive me.
It's not enough for me. I demand satisfaction.
If you don't want an apology and you seek satisfaction on the way, then I'm up for it. I do not fear you. Once again, even if the knight struggled to keep a calm and collected manner, he ended up getting angry again, replying very directly to the prince and putting his hand to his sword hilt.
I'm afraid this thing will never get washed away. This makes me mad. Nothing else.
When you receive an apology from knight, what else do you want?
If you didn't do it on purpose, let's just drop it.
I told you, if you want to unleash your rage, I'm here.
Let's now go further.
To the contrary, I believe we should go further now.
Come on, don't blow this out of proportions. I'm calm down now, you heat up.
You're right, forgive me. These days I'm in a horrible mood for personal reasons as well.
I understand, I know what bothers you.
I never meddle into business, they would like you to do the same. Mr. Hazelwoman?
Mr. Hazelwoman, you fell for it as well, didn't you?
I what?
Yeah, you're in love.
It isn't like that at all.
What use is there to in trying to hide it?
Leave me alone, or I swear I'll make you regret it.
The knight couldn't bear the prince's presence more, and hated having to continue that talk. So he left. If he had stayed, he surely would have not been able to control his actions anymore. Even if he doesn't admit it, it is clear as day that he's in love. However, I'm more worried about this stain. If only I knew how to remove it, maybe I can find something useful. Looking at the table and rummaging through the clean laundry, the prince saw the bang and that the beautiful Elisa forgot the day before. Very nice bang now. Is it gold or pinchback? It's probably the latter. If it were gold, they wouldn't have left it here. If there were some colony there, it would be useful to clean this stain. The man promptly opened the barrel and tasted the liquid. It's balm. From the looks of it, it will certainly be a good balm. I want to give it a try.
Sir Prince, what are you doing here all alone? Want to spend some time with us?
Oh, Madam Countess, I was just about to come upstairs to you.
What are you doing?
I'll tell you. I care a lot about cleanliness. I want to get rid of this small stain.
With what, sir?
With this balm.
Oh, forgive me, but balm would not help. Matter of fact, it will only make things worse.
So what's your suggestion?
I know a technique to clean any sort of stain.
Would you be so kind to show me?
Gladly, for 1 coin I pledge to clear any type of stain.
Is the coin necessary?
Yes, sir, do you think I'm asking too much?
Replying the girl without giving it much thought. She bent over the table to have a better look at the stain on the prince's jacket. After a try with the ball, asked for the man, awkwardly looking away. From that position, her cleavage is way too visible. God damn it, and he's the only one that can see that.
Well, suit yourself then. Is that ball nice?
Precious, taste it. The prince came close to Rebecca and offered the golden vial, so she could taste the contents of it.
Oh, I can make a better one.
Tasting a few drops of the spirit. You can brew spirit?
Yes, sir, I have an interest.
More power to you, that's the right spirit.
Is this vial golden?
Can't you see? It's definitely gold. She doesn't seem to know the difference between gold and imitations.
Is it yours, Sir Prince?
Oh, yeah, it's mine, said nobleman, without thinking too much about the consequences before coming closer and putting the hand on the girl's shoulder. And it's yours if you want it.
Very kind of you.
Rebecca obviously did not waste a second and pocketed the vial after getting away from the prince's hand. Come on, don't joke around.
What, did you offer it to me?
It isn't suited to you. I will give you better things if you will accept them.
I'm flattered. For me this one is already much. I thank you, Prince.
Listen, in truth, that's not gold, it's pinchback.
Even better! I like it more now than when I thought it was gold. Moreover, whatever comes from your hands is precious.
Oh, I know what to say. Keep it if you like it. Oh well, I have to pay Elisa back. What could it be worth? A silver coin?
The prince is a true gentleman.
I'm ashamed to give such trinkets. I prefer the vial be golden.
In truth, it does look like gold.
As they carried the vial inside, both of them started looking at it very carefully, looking for the tiniest details.
I believe that this item could deceive anyone.
It is true. People who don't know about gold will get easily mistaken by recognized at first sight.
It remains like a golden item.
And yet it isn't.
I'll show it to my friend.
Those Madam Countess, do not show it to Elisa, please.
I understand well, don't worry. I will only show it to Katharina.
To the Baroness?
Yeah, the Baroness.
Bursting laughter, Rebecca left the room. She's probably laughing because she used her grace to grieve me for that vial. No problem, with a few coins I will set things straight. If Elisa wants to be compensated for the vial, I will pay for it. He went on thinking mumbly, lowering his eyes. As soon as I can. Shortly after appeared the servant, silently intently looking for something. He searched on the table, among the laundry and on the floor.
Where could it have ended up?
Did you lose something?
Well, of balm, Miss Elisa would like to have it. She says she left it here, but I can't find it.
Was it a pinch big vial?
No, sir, it was golden.
Golden?
Yeah, I bought it from a master for 12 gold coins,
replied the servant without halting his search. Oh, poor me. How could it happen? How could she forget such a valuable item?
I have no idea, but I can't find it anywhere.
It seems impossible to me that it was golden.
Pure gold, I assure you.
Seeing the prince's keen interest about the vial, the servant couldn't help but look the prince up and down, suspecting he had a part in its disappearance.
Have you seen it, perhaps?
No. No, but if I find her, you'll be the first to know. After the line, there was a long moment's silence which made the prince sweat. However, the servant shrugged and cut the tension by speaking.
Well, I'll try and find it. Her lost anyway, she should have packed it.
Oh, put me. I give away golden ball for 12 coins. I was looking for pinchback. How should I behave in such a situation? If I recover the ball from the countess, I will look ridiculous in front of her. But if Elisa comes to know about what I did, I'd lose my face. Suddenly, entered the merchant, and quickly walked up to the prince in a somewhat anxious manner.
Sir Prince, Sir here Prince, have you heard the latest news?
What news? I've heard nothing.
The world knight, the woman despiser, is in love with Elisa.
Ah, yeah, I've heard. In the case, even if he recognizes our mistress' qualities, that doesn't mean she will fall for someone like him.
But what if Elisa chooses to reciprocate? Impossible. She will never do me wrong like that. She knows who I am and what I did for her. I did much more than you for her. But all this counts for nothing, right? Elisa is beguiling the knight. She gave him so many attentions she never did for either of us. With woman, the more you give, the less you receive in return, and this profoundly irritates me.
If that were the case, I could agree with you, but it cannot be.
Why not?
Would you even be able to compare the knight to me?
Haven't you seen Elisa at the night table yourself? She never had such confidence with us. She offered him fine bedsheets. He had him served before everyone else at peace. And she called him food herself! The servants see everything that they speak about it. Fabrizio is madly jealous, and also that painting true, full or fake is a clear sign of love, no?
What?
She cooks him tasty meals and throws my wake overcooked meat on dull rice soups?
Yeah, right.
This is an offense to my dignity and to my person. And what about me, who spent so much for her?
And I gave her so many gifts. I even had her taste my silver precious Cyprus wine. That night did not even do half of what we did for her.
No, you're wrong. In the end, he did give her a gift too.
Really? What did he give her?
A golden vial with ball.
Oh, God. As the prince learned about Vial, he was overwhelmed by a feeling of anxiety, fearing that he had been exposed. He could feel his own heart pound and his breath shortened. How did he hear of it?
His servant told me.
The merchant noticed the prince's anxiety and couldn't help but stare at him.
Worse and worse, now I'm in trouble with the knight.
Are you right? You seem to be sweating profusely.
Damn, you're really right.
If you want to sit for rent, don't worry about my presence. No problem, the laundry is always very hot. I was rummaging through the sink just for shit. That must have been the cause of my sweating.
But why were you looking through the clean laundry?
Oh no, what can I tell him? Well, you see, I don't know what to say. I was looking for a button shirt I gave to Elisa for washing just yesterday. As I was in the laundry already, I thought I could get it myself.
I'm sure, a button shirt. He was surely up for another of his shenanigans.
Oh, well, it doesn't really matter now.
I see, you got hot while searching for a shirt through the laundry.
I'm glad he bought it. Well, yeah, and it is incredibly hot in here. The prince wiped some sweat from his forehead with the sleeve of his jacket.
Doesn't seem too hot to me, but if you say you are well, I believe you.
Yeah, no problem at all.
This piece get fisher by the minute.
I guarantee you I'm fine.
Actually, I was talking about Elisa.
Ah. The prince pulled out of his jacket pocket a used handkerchief, which he used to finish wiping his sweat off.
This one is way too ungrateful. I have no wish to spend more time on her. I will leave the scene this very day.
Oh yeah, good idea. And you being a man of certain reputation should leave him the inn with me. But where could we go?
I'll find you a place. Let me handle it.
So where would you want me to? Where would you want to bring me?
We'll stay at the house of a relative of mine. We'll not spend a coin.
You're such a good friend. I cannot refuse that offer.
Let's go and get some revenge on this ungrateful innkeeper.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go. But what will I do with Vial? A gentleman like me cannot do such bad things.
Don't have second thoughts, Sir Prince. Let's get away from her. Here.
Do me this favor, and then you can ask me what you want. I'll also help you the best of my abilities. I'll tell you something then, but nobody must know about it. You can trust me. I have some business set with Elisa still, which prevents me from leaving. Do you owe her something? Yeah, 12 coins. 12 coins. It must have been weeks since you last paid. It's what it is. Sadly, I owe her 12 coins. I can't depart without paying her. If you could do me this favor. Gladly, here's the money. With no hesitation, the merchant willingly sold the prince's financial problem by opening his purse and taking out the coins one at a time. Wait, don't I remember? It's 14. I want to repay my debt to the knight. 12-14 is the same for me. Here. Said offering the coins to the prince. I'll give them back to you as soon as I can. Don't worry about that. It's not money I lack. Moreover, if it is about getting revenge against the Innkeeper, I'd spend 100 times more. You're right. She's so selfish. We gave her a lot, and despite that, she treats me like that. I won't ruin her. I already convinced the 2 performers to leave. What performers? They were here. Katarina and Rebecca. What? They aren't noblewomen? No, they are comedians. Their companions arrived, so they dropped the act. I mean, their companions arrived, so they dropped the act.
My vial.
The vial is mine. Yes. Let's do this. After he came to know that the vial he gave to Rebecca was not pinchback but golden, having discovered that the 2 noblemen he had been serving were in reality 2 comedians, the prince hastily rushed to the Goldoni Theatre so that he could recover the gift he made and save face in front of Elisa. Oh, what a fool I am. I gave it such a precious vial to comedian. I wish it had been a noblewoman at least. It doesn't matter, I will recover it at any cost. Just to work at the Goldoni Theatre, and it seems like they're staying cry right now. What if she does want to give it back? What if she dies, I give her such a gift? What do I do in that case? This vial costs 12 gold coins. It's true that the merchant had no problem helping me there, but if I could keep the vial there, some coin for myself, I would mind. I'll think about it once I'm there. It will be just right behind the corner. In fact, it did not take long to reach the theater. After turning corner and continuing God damn it, I didn't want to click. After turning corner and continuing straight for a few meters, the prince finally reached his destination. It seems like there is a play going on. After entering, he could see Rebecca and Katarina on stage. They were aptly performing in a properly play, with costumes and props and whatnot. What can I do? From this distance, they won't see for sure. I'll try to sneak backstage. Without even so much as thinking of the consequences, the young man approached the stage from the right side. He was serious about what he was doing. He wanted to get backstage so he could speak in person to comedians. Now I only have to wait for either of them to end her scene so I can talk for a moment. I have to get back to the inn quickly or the merchant will think I ran away with his money. Patiently the prince looked at the girls as they acted, waiting and hoping they would end up the play soon. How long is this take? They haven't changed scene once yet. He waited.
What did that poor woman do to you?
She did nothing, but I cannot stand her.
This head is bad, my friend. Someone up there will punish you.
Psh, someone up there. Nonsense.
I certainly do not hate her, but I really cannot stand her.
And yet she was kind to you.
I don't care. The less I see her, the better.
When does this tribe end? If I don't hurt the merchant will leave without me. Who are you? What do you want? Suddenly a tall and dark-haired man who looked somewhat scruffy appeared from behind the curtain. He certainly did not look like an actor. On the contrary, judging by the pile of paper he was carrying, it looked like the play's prompter. The prince took advantage to inquire about that woman. I came to recover one item from one of the 2 comedians. May I know their scene will change? Oh, they will stay on stage for the next 2 hours. You'll have to wait, I'm afraid. 2 hours? The merchant will sure leave if I take 2 hours to come back. I cannot wait that long. What do you want to do? Miss Rebecca! I shouted from the side. Rebecca! He reiterated louder. The shout attracted the attention of the girl who gestured to the prince to leave. The vial! Shouted again the man, making himself known the whole crew backstage. Even the public started showing signs of displeasure for what was happening in the backstage. Are you completely out of your mind? He will ruin our play, idiot! But I have to speak with the Comedias. Leave me alone.
Shut up!
I have no time to waste.
Hey! What if he were to become the actor now? In the face of such a situation, the prince as usual picked the worst possible curse faction. He didn't even think twice about what he was doing. He threw away what dignity he had left as he pushed aside the prompter and stepped into a stage to approach Rebecca and Katerina.
Are you crazy? You cannot just step into the stage like this! Get out now!
I'll go as soon as you return the vial I gifted you. It is a matter of life and death.
This guy's completely crazy. Go now, before I slap you.
The audience was getting angry. The sudden entrance of Prince had completely ruined the play. And in fact, nobody stepped in to stop the madman. Sure, then it had matters.
Give me the vial, and I will live.
Who's that guy? Someone kick him out!
Go away!
Get out of our sight! Move on!
I'll get angry now. Are you giving me this vial or not?
What does make you go this far? Out of the stage!
Give him that cat for a second, vial, Rebecca. He's making us look bad. Furious, the young girl started searching through the gown's pockets trying to find the prince's vial. The crowd was about to get out of control.
What about ever? I'm going home! Sign that move on off! Get out here, you clown! We're head up!
Shut up! It is a matter of life and death.
Go home! We don't care! That's enough! Have this damn vial before I put it up yours!
It would have been much simpler if you gave it to me straight away.
I don't live in Gordon. You are ruining everything!
As he heard those words, the prince once again replied instinctively, without thinking of consequences. His once again inconsiderate reply was, "Heh, you suck as actresses anyway." Oh! Rest in peace, prince. Whoops. Slap.
Oh, poor me. I'm in trouble. If the night came, it would be a disaster. He got so angry I never saw someone like that. I don't want you to come and visit me again. Better to lock the door.
She thought to herself, now quite scared by the current state of things. Despite her completing her challenge and managing to have the night fallen off her, in this moment Elisa had come to the point of almost regretting what she had done.
Although this was a mistake, it's true I had my fun, but right now I fear for my own safety. Now it would be best to solve the situation. If I'm a woman, I'm alone. I have nobody to defend me, and I don't even know who I turned toward for help. I don't want you other than that good man Fabrice. Only he could help me in that case.
Knock knock.
Are they knocking on the door?
The girl pressed her ear to the door to get a better understanding of who was on the other side.
Elisa,
Exclaimed the knight, coming forward.
Oh.
Oh God, he's here.
Elsa, open the door for me.
He wants me to open the door. I'm not that crazy. What do you need, Sir Knight?
Open it.
I beg you to wait for me in your room. I will be there shortly.
Why don't you want to open the door?
More customers are about to arrive. 2 weeks here and I go. And go, I will come to you.
I'm going, but woe to you if it is a trick.
Woe to me if I don't go. More like woe to me if I go. Things are getting worse and worse. I have to make things right fast. Is he gone?
Ooh, another side quest. Within a few minutes, the merchant cleared his room completely as he picked up his stuff and placed it to coffers. Usually there was a job for waiters, but the situation had made the merchant so angry he chose to do it himself rather than having to wait 1 more minute in the inn. I had no reason to complain back when Elisa treated every customer the same way. I was believe her simply be a very hard to conquer girl. However, she suddenly decided to give all of her dash to a single customer, and one who hates women. I feel like I'm being made fun of. As if it was not enough. Now he sends her gifts and treats her with care. If I didn't know this scene, I'd say I fall right into a tasteless prank. No big deal, I'll leave shortly. Before that, I need to find a way to make both Elisa and the knight pay for what they did. Suddenly a loud toot came from the low floor, as if something very heavy had been dropped. Following it came the knight's screams, propagating across the entire inn. What's going on? As he moved, he crossed paths with the night servant, who was apparently going the same way to check on what was happening. Wait, good man.
Sir, I'm listening.
Do you know the reason why your master is making all this racket?
I really don't. Last time I saw him, he was making his way to the main hall looking for the Innkeeper.
Huh? I knew it. Never mind. I lost some precious time by coming downstairs for no reason. I am certain that lovers will be able to solve all the problems by themselves.
Lovers? Who?
Huh? Your master and the Innkeeper.
My master in love, that's a fun one.
I believed absurd like you, but the last rumors have convinced me.
I'm sure you are in the wrong, Sir Merchant. It's been years since my master hasn't fallen from a woman.
Huh? Years? Do you mean it hasn't always been that way?
Oops, I spoke too much. It is private matters, sir. I don't think it would be nice to talk behind my master's back, don't you think?
Well, it's hard for me to believe you after what I saw. I've no doubts all that she is in love with the Innkeeper, but if I have to be honest, what hurts the most is that she seems in love as well. That I can understand.
Poor you, your information is all wrong.
What do you mean?
It's been a couple days now. My master's going crazy trying to express his admiration for the mistress' work. He even tried giving her a golden bell, but Elisa rejected it. And she rejects his company as well. Truthfully, this quandary makes me wonder as well. However, I still don't think the knight is in love. Especially after that disappointment he had with women.
So then Elisa did not give any special attention to this man. On the contrary, it would seem that she rejects him more than she does with us. Then I was completely wrong about her. Elisa stayed true to her usual self.
It would seem so indeed, Your Excellency.
However, the knight's behavior is more than suspect. I might change my mind about Elisa, but this story is way too strange to forget about it.
I was just about to check on him, but it looks like Innkeeper locked the doors from the side of the hall.
No matter, I'll just walk around. Thanks for the information. The merchant, after clearing his mind, wanted to check on what was going on in the main hall. The ambiguous behavior of the knight had become worrisome. So many weird things are happening in this place. I did not think that my master would go back to caring about the furrier sex after the unfortunate event. I still remember his tears and his rage in the day of his failed wedding. I thought that being betrayed that way by the person who he loved the most would have pushed him away from woman forever. I hope Elisa's actions are not cruel to the race. I don't know how a twice betrayed man could react. Elisa stood still, trying to avoid making the faintest noise as she patiently waited for the knight to finally leave. After confirming that there was not a single noise, the girl peeked from the keyhole, checking that nobody was on the other side.
Yes, he's gone. He waits before he's in his room, but I won't go there. Hey, Fabrizio! Now it would be just fair if Fabrizio decided to get revenge on me and refuse to help me, but I'm sure there is no danger.
Hearing Elisa's call after a few moments, Fabrizio saw coming in from the other door. You called?
Come here, I need to tell you something.
Tell me.
The knight admitted he was in love with me.
Yeah, I had noticed.
Oh yeah, you found out. I did not, to be honest.
Poor fool, you did not notice? Did you not see the antics in form as you were ironing in the other room? He is jealousy toward me.
I lead a very candid life and take things at face value. But now he said to me words that in truth Fabrizio made me blush.
See, this happened because you are a lonely young woman without the father, without the mother, without anyone. If you were married, you wouldn't find yourself in such situations. This is the reason
why I just decided to marry.
Remember what your father told you?
Let's not frustrate him now. Yeah, I will remember.
Knock knock.
Someone's knocking.
Who is it? Open the door! Shouted loud the knight toward the door.
The knight is back.
What does he want?
Wait for me to leave.
What are you afraid of?
I fear that things might get out of hand.
Do not worry, I shall defend you. Open up! What do you need, sir? Why are you screaming so loud? Shut up, open this damn door! What's going on? Why is he shouting? Sirs, please help me. Sir Knight wants to break this door open. He was trying to not be heard by Knight, who kept pounding on the door. Open the door! Alright, break it open myself! Has he gone mad? Let's leave. Open it up for him. Have you gone mad as well? How to talk to him? I will, but I beg you, do not cause more trouble. Have no fear. Oh, we just needed that. A bit intimidated, Fabrizio mustered the courage to open the door, letting the knight inside. The knights furiously stepped all around the room, looking for Elisa, without even so much as looking at anyone else.
Where is she? Where has she gone?
Who are you looking for, sir?
Elisa.
Oh, I don't know.
Get out of my way then, I'll find her myself.
Now extremely the knight forcefully shoved Fabrizio's eye, walking toward the part of the room where the prince and the merchant were waiting for him.
What is happening here?
Asked the knight, a bit confused seeing the two men strangely together.
Boop.
From the upper floor we heard such a loud toot that we thought something had fallen or someone had got hurt. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Was it you slamming on the door like that? I've never seen you act this way ever since you came here. Is something making you nervous?
I can't stand that anymore.
No.
You seem so cramped, Sir Knight.
If you need to open up to someone trust, do not hesitate to come to us.
But your own business. The knight attempted to go past the prince and the merchant, but for both of them, however, stood their ground and blocked him.
Are you angry with someone?
Knight, we are friends. You can talk freely.
Oh, then speak to them about these matters for all the gold in the world. What do you want from the mistress?
I owe no explanation to me. When I demand something, I want to be appeased. I pay this in for this exact reason.
Your grace pays for no services. You make no advance claims on a well-respected woman.
What do you know about that?
You know nothing about my business. Only I know what I asked for. Ask her.
You commanded her to come to your room.
Begone! Get out of my sight before I split your skull in half.
You shock me.
Shut up.
Go away.
Intimated the merchant speaking to Fabrizio.
Get out of here.
Sirs,
all I'm saying.
Shoot.
Oh, I'd like to get back at them.
With a clearly upset expression and fist clenched, the waiter left the room without saying anything further.
Has this taken me for a peasant, having me wait in my room? And she wasted her time for Fabrizio of all people.
Finally, of the waiter, the prince and the merchant were not now able to take a true, thorough look at the facts.
What the hell are you up to?
Don't you see his love with Elisa? Now is the time for my revenge. Sir Knight, the other day you said that you despise the Innkeeper, and at the same time you ridicule those men who chase after women. You should not make fun of other people's weaknesses when one has such a weak heart like yours.
What are you talking about?
I know very well why you are angry.
Do you know something as well?
He asked, irritated to the prince as well, but the prince took a few steps back, worried about the possible bad reaction.
I know nothing.
I'm saying that you, with the excuse of hating a woman, have tried to conquer Lisa's heart, knowing full well that I was interested in her.
Eh? He exclaimed again, looking at the prince for support. I'm not saying a thing.
Look at me, not him. You only have to answer me. Are you feeling shame for your actions?
I'm ashamed of being here listening to you. You're lying. Are you calling me a liar?
Even now I went over the line and is getting out of hand.
The merchant doesn't know what he's talking about. He is once again to the prince, trying to dismiss the merchant's words. Evidently they were hitting the nerves. I'm not intruding in your business. I'll be going now. He took off the steps towards the door as he tried to leave.
Stop!
Said the knight as he grabbed his arm.
It is time to get even. Fight, not one.
Nah.
I have no wish to waste more time here with you. Goodbye.
Where do you think you're going? Stop!
I'm leaving the seat. You can stay here and grovel for liquor.
You cannot leave now.
I can do whatever I please and go wherever I want. Learn this lesson, Sir Merchant, and not everyone is the subject to the conditions you dictate.
The knight threw 15 gold coins to the ground, silencing the merchant and the other witnesses.
I paid these coins to be sure that I won't see you again. The bill is paid.
As he opened the door to the stairs, he could spot the presence of the girl standing. She had a long, stylish red dress and an angelic face. At first she looked a bit lost in seeing all those people in her same room, but then she collected herself and stepped forward.
Excuse me, good man, could you help me?
Begone, get out of sight, shoo! Dodging the young woman, the knight quickly stepped upstairs to collect his chest and the other baggage. He was so eager to leave that he almost misstepped on the stairs. Away with all of them! Even though he was quite far by now, the man's screams could be clearly heard as he went on swearing and cursing the fair sex.
Why does the knight behave like that? What have I ever done to him?
Let it go, milady.
Yeah, let it go.
By the way, we'd like to know why you're here. Are they making fun of me, loving me, or my feelings? I don't want to stay in this place anymore. Walking through the aisle, he saw his servant standing by the door. You, stop it around, prepare the chest, get out of here at once.
As you command. Something must have happened with Elisa.
He thought to himself, picking up the pace to comply with the last orders. As he packed up the last things in bag, the knight was about to leave as Elisa arrived.
Where are you going?
Wherever that's not here. Without even glancing at the Innkeeper, the man started walking down the aisle.
But why? Wait, please.
Oh, for the love of God, leave me alone once and for all.
I beg you to wait just a moment.
Now highly strung, the knight aggressively turned to the Innkeeper, looking her straight in the eyes. What do you want from me, Elisa? Have you had enough fun with me? Have you laughed enough at me?
Don't say that. You know I care about you.
Just empty words, nothing but lies. I'm tired of being led on, and I'm fed up with you playing with my feelings.
I never played with your field.
No more lies! Firstly shouted the man, scaring the girl to the point of shaking her. If you keep me here only to tell me that, I may as well leave.
Come, wait.
What else do you want from me? You already stripped me of my dignity and my honor. But it seems like it's not enough for you. It seems like you want to have my heart and show it to everyone like a trophy. I'm afraid I will not give you this satisfaction. Goodbye. He reached the stairs, fully intent to leave.
This story cannot end like this! You're right.
As he heard that, the knight stopped. He didn't turn around either, though.
I know not. I don't want to have your heart, but not to display it, not to humiliate it.
For what then?
To hold it, keep it, and safeguard it, to make it mine, but I can't do it if you won't let me have it.
Then I fan turned toward the girl, and she came closer until she was right in front of him. Nice words, but now my speech won't be enough anymore, dear Elisa. I made too many sacrifices. I lost too much because you and your words. If you really feel something for me right now, if the words you said really mean something for you, then demonstrate it now! Show me your love or watch me disappear forever. Oh, fuck it! Once he was done packing up the bags, the servant brought them to the inn, where he found the knight and Lisa still talking. The man beckoned to the servant to wait a little more. The servant, to ensure the privacy, left the baggage and went back in the room. Once alone, the knight turned his eyes back on Lisa, who lowered her head. She was not sure of how to behave. Never mind then. Goodbye, Elisa. As he was about to leave, Elisa grabbed his long mantle by 2 fingers, keeping the knight there.
Wait,
she whispered softly with watery eyes.
You're right. I tried to say so, and did it for some good personal satisfaction, and earlier I would have happily mocked you in public.
Earlier?
Yeah, my lord. In the beginning, all this was started by the game. However, by speaking with you, something changed. I started feeling something new, something I never felt before.
What are you trying to tell me? Elisa pulled him by the shoulder and looked him in the eyes. Her cheeks were red, and her eyes wet.
I'm trying to tell you that I love you.
Those words struck the man so intensely that he was startled. Do you really love me?
Yes, I really love you. I have never said this to anyone before. I'm sure it will not be easy. In fact, it will be very hard, and we'll have to work on it every day. But I want to do this because what I want is you.
Are you sure of what you're saying, Elisa?
Yes, I'm sure. Until I tricked those around me to avoid saying what I feel. Until the point where I was fooling myself. The idea of letting someone get close to me is terrifying, but I want to face this fear with you.
I don't know if I believe you. Or trust you, and to be honest, I'm not even sure that you are being honest with yourself. But of one thing I'm sure. That I love you, Elisa.
Despite your behavior.
Despite your behavior and despite the stupid world around us, I love you. Because we are alike. Both of us are naive, selfish, and cunning. But very much able to look at things and call them by what they are. As she heard those words, Elisa's heart was filled with a feeling, which could be called affection. Just after, as a natural consequence, the girl was overwhelmed by a new euphoria from the great step she just made.
He just admitted his love. Should I be happy about that? But I feel it's not right. It is a weight on my chest, which makes it hard to breathe.
Thirdly embarrassed, the girl over her head again, blushing for shame. Do you think that after some time you will agree to becoming my wife? Do you think that there is any chance that you would consider marrying me in some way? I mean, stay with me the rest of your life? With a small hope, Elisa jumped on the knight, who caught her firmly but sweetly by her hips. That's not a hip that he has his right hand on, but let's not get into the details. After a long, unidiant moment of silence, what felt like a whole eternity for the two, they came close to each other until they were exchanging a long, passionate kiss. As the lips of the two touched, Elisa held herself go, closing her eyes and losing herself in the magic of that moment. Beyond and the better for her love, she realized she had lost herself, and she was happy to accept that the old Elisa was now gone. That did not bother her. In such a perfect moment, she couldn't help but be happy, because after all, what she said tonight was true. From the bottom of her heart, there was only one thing left of the girl to say in the reply to the knight.
Yes, I do.
2 months later.
The silence was suddenly broken by a knock at the door. You may enter, the knight said, trying to hide his excitement. The door opened and the servant entered the room.
Sir, I have brought you your meal.
The knight looked at the servant with disappointment.
Leave it over there.
He replied, turning his attention away from the servant and picked up a book. The servant grinned sheepishly.
Sir, were you hoping that Miss Elisa was the one at your door?
Fool, be gone!
The knight shouted, his cheeks turning a bright red color. The servant chucked himself as he exited the room.
Ever since Miss Elisa came to live here, his harsh tone seems to have softened. If only a little.
The servant thought to himself before spotting Elisa walking toward him.
Ah, Miss Elisa, welcome back.
Thank you. Is he still in his room?
Where else would he be?
Elisa chuckled.
Honestly, what am I to do with him?
Elisa walked past the servant and moved over towards the knight's bedroom. Elisa knocked on the door. Come in. Elisa poked her head inside the room.
I have returned, darling.
The knight immediately put down the book and rose out of his chair.
Welcome back, my dear.
He replied, holding out his arms. Elisa rushed into his arms and hugged him tightly.
I hear you have been locked up in here all day.
The knight looked away, remaining silent. Elisa put out her cheeks. She grabbed the knight's hand and then started pulling him out of the room. Elisa, what?
You're going to spend the time with me outside cottage? Not good to stay in your room all day.
The knight opened his mouth to prayers, but after thinking about it, he decided to just smile. Elisa dragged the knight out back behind their house into the garden. Nice. Elisa inhaled and then exhaled.
See, isn't the fresh air nice?
The knight nodded. I suppose it is. The knight moved closer to Elisa. But anything is better as long as you're here. Elisa blushed. Nice.
Haven't you become quite dramatic?
The knight smiled awkwardly. The two moved closer to kiss, but as their lips were about to touch, a voice rang out.
Sir,
His words trailed off as he turned the corner and saw the two. Elisa and the knight quickly backed away from each other. The knight turned to his servant with a look of anger.
Oh dear.
The servant turned around and quickly started running away.
I'm so sorry!
Get back here, you fool! The knight shouted as he chased after his servant. Elisa chuckled to herself.
Seems things are always lively around here.
Oh boy. Alright, I love this. And possibly... Yeah, possibly that might I mean, I know, I did I did realize that there are more endings because there was achievement saying ending free, and honestly I think we've got the appropriate ending for Elisa, because the prince, I think he was thinking about himself way too much, all in all. And, well, technically, I feel like if he were to end up with Elisa, she would not be happy at all. Then we had the merchant, and as much as he's definitely amazing in what he's doing for his work, I think he puts a bit, because of that, he puts a bit too much of a value into stuff. And basically, he thinks he can get the love by gifts only, right? Nope, that's not how it works. Elisa, it's not yours. The knight, well, he technically experienced very bad things in the past, like it was mentioned, and well, technically the anger thing, yeah, he has some anger issues, but I think it can be somehow gotten rid of by Elisa, hopefully, and I feel like that's basically the best ending for her, to be with the knight out of 3, and that's how we will end it. So yeah, that was Elisa the Innkeeper. Hope you enjoyed. I think we will start tomorrow then that like continuation. I don't know if it's continuation or not, but the title's I think Seduce the Innkeeper, Elisa Seduce the Innkeeper, something like that. So yeah, we'll start that tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next game. Bye bye.